Hello everyone, it's your favorite Sword of Warning, with your daily warning. Flights of the Legacy! Trigger and content warning. This episode may contain adult themes and not intended for anyone under the age of 18. Themes may contain sex, PTSD, traumas, racial injustice, etc. Viewer discretion is advised. And remember, I warned you!
we're here. Oh, Naya's floating.
Are we here?
Yep, we're here, but Naya is floating in the sky right now. One moment.
No, you don't have to fly spell. Get down here.
No, but I do have wings.
Oh,
True.
oh, true.
And there we
This is true. Carry on.
are. Yee.
Welcome, everyone, to Flights of the Legacy. You'll notice that our star attraction is currently being dragged away by his sister, and the last thing y'all hear is, "Wait, sister, no!" before he's pulled out and the front door's closed.
Well,
And pardon me while I tell the spirits of this library that we are now live on game.
Alrighty.
Should we be concerned?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Not that god. I'm talking about points in the direction Desi was taken.
I'm sure that he'll be fine. He is with his sister, after all. I'm sure that they've got a lot of catching up to do.
Speaking of catching up, any players wish to elucidate us on what happened last time? Since it was been over a month since we finally got together.
over a month. Yeah, you're right.
I remember that we made our way through some more forest.
Yeah.
And we came to this sort of golden bubble town. And we were trying to get in, and I think one of the things was that you had to cluck. I remember one of the things was that you had to cluck like a chicken.
Yeah.
A
sprig, a sprite that we had. That we had to. We had to follow what the sprite said, or else something bad will happen.
A funny little Deku scrub.
Yeah.
Non-copyright.
And Naya kind of went and brute force divine magicked her way in and seemed and merged with the domain of the place, and her hair turned golden.
Yeah.
And we found out that this is a domain of peace.
Weirdly
And I remember we talked to the two Minotaurs.
Only two Minotaurs left on the plane.
Yes. And Desi almost revealed and got us in trouble. And Koa just changed the memory a little of what the Minotaurs heard as to not get us killed this early into just invading Floro's domain. Now we're here in a library. Library is talking to the Minotaurs.
Yeah. So what is everybody else doing?
I'm looking for books. Trying to find the history of this place, or if any ballads of anything.
Then I would request you give me an investigation roll.
Yes, and if there is sound playing, it's not playing right now.
There is sound playing right now.
What's going on with this website? Is it the?
Did you pick select the newest link?
Yeah. Oh, you
Did I
made a
put
new
down?
one. Oh wait, I did not. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Yes. All right. What am I making again?
Investigation check.
Do I get an advantage because this is paper-based investigation, like
Nope.
documentation?
Nope. You are searching in the library and you don't know. You haven't asked the Minotaurs of their what is it?
If there's anything.
Their version of the Dewey Decimal System.
True.
No.
You don't know what their sorting system's like.
Let's see. 25. Because I can't roll below a 25.
Ooh.
We love the 15 investigation on me. We love that.
So all the books you find is history on Theros itself, not of this place. You
Hmm.
probably assume that this place is relatively new in comparison.
Weird.
And when I say this place, I mean the whole of Flora's domain.
Yeah. There has to be something or some other. The fuck is this place?
Hmm.
I'm gonna just keep looking around on the second floor then. For a bit.
All right. How long do you wish to spend up there?
What time is it in world? Where is the sun right now if I look outside a window?
If we give rough estimation, it is pre-noon.
Pre-noon?
Yeah.
I guess maybe I'll I'll do like dedicated research to see if I can find anything within I would say 2 to 3 hours up there. I'm full on bookworm mode.
Okay. So you're still just looking for history and stuff, basically.
History, any inconsistencies with said history from what Desi has told me about this place before, and yeah, just anything new.
Okay. Naya and Orda, since Helix isn't here yet. Helix has fallen asleep in his chair. You've been down here quite a
Perception.
bit. The kobold hasn't come down from searching in the upper floors. In fact, on occasion you can see him running down one stairwell to run up another to go look at another section of the
You just see
library.
floating mage hands going on about pulling books from shelves and like putting it back in places.
Imagine like meow, like run,
Book
climbs
here,
up the
book
ladder.
here, book here. Next stairs.
What do you two wish to do?
Hmm. This place seems pleasant, and yet somehow I cannot escape the feeling too pleasant.
I think that's the magic from the heart of Tainaboo.
Very possibly. Hmm. I'm not sure how we should proceed here.
Well, it seems
Uh-huh.
peaceful enough.
Well, the two Minotaurs seem to be willing to be very talkative. I can see what they know about this place.
Koa, you happen to stumble across an old Therosian map, by the way, while you're still running around.
What was that? Sorry.
You run across an old Therosian map while you're running around.
I take a look at the map.
Yep, that's Theros.
Okay.
Although you find you do. It is a Therosian map, but you don't know too much of the changes just yet to be able to say what's different. Your investigation continues.
I
Sorry.
pocket the map.
Sorry, everyone. I'm saying these things as they're happening.
Also, like within the last hour of like my search, I'm just gonna cast Intellect Fortress on myself again. I'm just gonna reapply it.
Okay. So, back to the tour.
Yes.
Deciding that because the pair of Minotaurs seem to show some interest in Orda's biology or anything, I'm going to see if I can coax anything out of them.
Hmm?
We are new to this place, and who knows, maybe after an examination, you see he kind of just says that, not looking very forward to it. Maybe
you can
they'll,
open the door.
knowing that Koa's better half and the Minotaurs are probably talking with one another, he will just knock on the door. Dun, dun, dun.
You hear, "Come on in."
And that's how you
He'll
make
just-
tea. Dream tea. Hello.
Hello,
Very
library.
fascinating. Ah, hello. Order, was it? Says Dad Bard.
Yes, Orda.
Dad Baron, would you like some tea?
I'm good. If it's hot, I'm good.
Okay, very well. Now back to this teification process. Both of them seem like Library and Dad Baron are both over like a tea set, just looking at the various different leaves of the world, seeing which ones would make the best combination. While Dad Bard gets up and walks over to you, Orda.
Uh,
So,
Hello.
hello. You wish to just talk? I
Uh,
believe those two are busy.
Yeah, I'm good to talk. I had a few questions, seeing as I'm new in town.
Oh, very well. Then follow me. We can walk and talk, shall we?
All right, and Orda will slither along.
So, ask me,
Yep.
or ask me what you need to know.
This town, from what I understand, it's relatively new.
Well, yes, the Floro made it himself.
Huh. How long has this town been around, exactly, if you know?
Hmm. Well, Dad Bod and the Dad Baron and I both came here roughly, I'd say about a few months ago, or a couple weeks, I think. Time works weird here.
I see. And did you meet a woodland sprite as well when you first arrived?
Yes, they're his familiars. Well, actually, they're so. Let me get her name. Yeah, yeah. They're actually Satorius familiars too, believe it or not.
And
Of Soteria.
that's Desi's sister.
Ah, yes. She is the light of Floreau's life and the heart of well, our town, in a sense. And
But
you see he stops as he looks over a couple books and notices a few of them are out of place. Picks two up, flips them, puts them back down, and well, if Floro cares for her, then well, the sprites should be well, they are good. They're very helpful, especially when it comes to sorting books.
otherwise, you don't exactly know how long this place has been around.
Like I said, it's been a couple weeks initially. The place wasn't as beautiful as than when Floro came back from his most recent stint. It was once a rubble with a standard fence, but now we have magic. And with magic, all things can be solved.
I see. And he never once mentioned where he had gone.
No.
Hmm.
But then, the whims of the gods, all that fun stuff. He opens the door and enters what looks like to be a dining room slash kitchen.
Right.
So he walks over and he starts prepping some fruits. As you can see, we're pretty well provided for here.
I can see that. That large beam of light from the tower, is that a new addition?
Very new, in fact. Like, about a week and a half new. Actually, more than that. Yeah, a couple weeks new, to be honest.
Or to sort of putting the timeline together of Heart of Naboo stolen. And if time flows a bit differently here than compared to his home, then it would make some sense, as near as he can tell.
Yee. And he goes, takes a moment to think. Please repeat the question, or if there's a new one.
I didn't ask anything new, but I did have a question, and you'll have to forgive me. I'm new to this country.
Very.
Your names, Dad Bard and Dad Barian, is that normal for Minotaurs?
Oh, hell no. Oh, by Nix, no. We chose our new names once we realized that we were no longer mindless beasts. And he goes and he sits on a couch as he sups on an apple.
Mindless beasts? You were aware that you were mindless at one point?
Well, a little bit of history on our species is that we used to follow a god named Moses.
Can you repeat that? Kind of cut out a bit.
We used to follow a god named Mogus, who, for lack of a better term, was the god of slaughter and battle. So our entire society before Mogus's death was all about fighting and being strong, and being the ones who will go out and raid and pillage and more unsavory things.
And
That was our right. We had a god behind us. And now we don't.
so, sorry, correct me if I'm wrong, but mindless would indicate that you would not even know of a god or anything of that nature.
I may be using the wrong terminology, yes. But the idea was primarily we were fanatics. We were fanatics to our god. Or at least our species was. Because we had a god of our species, just like the centaurs did. Erois, the god of victory and heroism, for example, he was our rival and Mogus's brother.
And your fanaticism dissolved after Mogus's death?
Along with our minds, yes.
And that's when you were mindless.
He nods. It is as if without the god we didn't have the capacity to be aware of our existence. And if the Forger kept Mogus around, we probably would be having a different conversation. But since my new god is Floro, and he cares, well, Floro and Citaria, since she's going to be marrying him, they will be our protectors, and they care about peace more than anything.
That brings up another point. I think you mentioned that Floro takes on your madness.
He takes on everyone's madness who enters within the city.
He just sort of blinks at that.
Without Floro, we would be naught but beasts, left to squalor against an invading force. And at this moment, if faith in him is keeping us from being harmed, then I will put my faith in him.
Let's see. He kind of
Still
just sits for a moment in the chair.
To our God, we are not tools. To the forger, New Tethmos is his toolbox, so to speak. And he can have his war. But most of us don't like him. For obvious reasons.
I can understand that. You've given me a lot to think about, Dad Bard. If you said you had questions for me, if you wanted to ask them.
Yes. I've noticed that your upper torso, your head is far different from other Gorgons I've seen.
Yes, I'm an offshoot. I wasn't,
Well,
Would Orda know anything about Gorgons?
nope. Either that or roll knowledge knowledge. No, in this case, that would be knowledge arcana to see if you've heard anything.
And
Oh, shit.
15 or 16.
Part of your training back, you remember part of your training back on, Tainabu, where Arden does mention the various species on Theros. After all, y'all had to go through at least a week's worth of training before he brought you along.
Right, that way we don't say anything and do culture shock, as it were.
And you remember that the main species on Theros are human, satyr, aka humans with goat legs, minotaurs, centaurs, gorgons, who look a lot like your nagas, except they have human heads with snake hair. And, oh yeah, and eidolons. Apart from various other monsters in the world. Oh, and humans. I think I said humans twice, though.
You did. And also, Desi's race, Leonins.
Ah, yeah, they Leonin exist, but Arden tends to forget about them because they're, well, his race too.
Right. Yes, I'm from an offshoot of the Gorgons. We don't have the normal humanoid human heads with serpent hair and the unfortunate, I guess you could call it, ability to turn people to stone by looking them in the eye.
Oh, I mean, that's unfortunate. Though, it does surprise me only because all the Gorgons are statues now. Their god Farika was... let's just say the forger turned her into a statue, and that affected all of her followers.
Ah,
So the fact that you are here and alive is, quite frankly, astonishing.
we were outcasted from normal Gorgon society.
Oh, that's a shame.
Deemed freaks of nature.
Oh, that's a shame. You would think they would have learned how to resolve that. Oh, well. Still very interesting.
Anything else specific to me, or?
Honestly, I'm just interested in you. Like, where are you from? What do you do? What was your main task coming here? You don't seem like the others that visit the city. And even the others, well, except for that Koa fellow, he seems exactly where he needs to be.
How do you figure that?
Well, poor little thing, see... One moment, brain is trying to catch up. A damaged mind knows its own. And that one, his mind has been shattered.
And you can tell that just by looking at him?
Well, that and have you seen him? He doesn't talk to anyone. He doesn't even make an effort to. All he cares about is going around and trying to find knowledge. Unlike
Or-
the other one that looks almost exactly like him, who's all talking. I feel he hasn't been visited by Floro yet, or else he'd be a bit more adjusted.
That. Orda, thinking for a moment back to all the things that happened in New Tethmos, and what exactly does Orda know about the simulacrum spell, or specifically simulacrums in general?
What level spell is that, Comfy? I mean,
yeah,
Noah?
it is. I believe it's an 8th level.
Alright.
Hold
I
up.
think Simulacrum is 8, yeah.
Then give me an Arcana check to see if you know anything about it. You have no clue. The idea of having a copy of yourself just is beyond your own mental capacity to understand
Oh, my
at this point in time.
my apologies. 7th level. It's a 7th level spell.
They still rolled a 4.
I know. I just wanted to
I
clarify.
still hit a 4.
Just wanted to clarify.
Yep.
Yes, they're twins.
If that's the case, then one of them is definitely the extrovert. The other one's an introvert. Very talky versus very silent.
It's true.
Orda, Koa, give me another investigation check while you're at it. It's been enough time.
E.
You're starting to get a feel of the library
Nice.
that you're in.
27.
Okay.
I am a bookworm. I look through documents. I have a lich's eyes. Investigation, my thing. Ugh.
You were finding all sorts of books that look like they've been in disrepair about the ruins the city is built on top of. The ruins are for the actual city of Satasa. Before everything changed and they lost their god, obviously, in the forest.
Who was the god of the forest?
Nylea. Nylea.
And it was the city's built on top of it?
The city is built almost one for one from an old map versus after your literal scouring for any newer maps, you find one that seemed to be hand drawn by Dad Bard himself, just of the city. And it is almost one for one from the old city.
And I'm assuming the place of worship for Nylea was where that tall-ass overcompensating tower is.
As far as you can assume. It's probably something you need to ask.
True. Using my... I get to use this now. No, I don't see library. Never mind. Telepath, you need to see them. In order for me to work. Alright. I'm just gonna take a short rest. If allowed. I'm just gonna... It's too many things. Naya.
The kobold flops on a chair next to where you were meditating, Naya. Completely busting your concentration unless you want to do a con save.
I'll give it a go.
Give it a con save. So, she is stoic.
No, we didn't see it. But I believe it.
I agree. A 24. So, but you are able to interact. This is RP moment.
Yeah. Koa is about to continue talking and then notices that Naya is meditating and just like, huh, should probably do the same.
In my mind, like Koa sort of flops down, like making a lot of noise. Naya just kind of like opens one eye and just looks at him.
Koa is like trying to sit cross-legged, but is having a hard time with his feet. Just like trying to sit on this chair. Okay, I think I got it. All right, I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna meditate. It's been a minute, and I will take the short rest. And
Okay, you
do
can
some
spend-
arcane recovery.
You can spend hit die to heal if you
Yeah.
wish.
I'm gonna use arcane recovery for this one.
Ye-
So I'm gonna give back some.
Everyone meditating in a library, and then we
Just-
cut. Then we cut back to the conversation with Orda and Dad Bard. You noticed a bit of commotion outside, but it seems to have quieted down. And Dad Bard's looking you over, and he's like, "So, like, how do you eat?"
Oh, I, He sort of looks at the table. Are there any, like, fruits or anything?
Yeah, there's plenty. There's a cornucopia of goods.
Alright. If there's a watermelon, he'll grab it. Do you want a demonstration, or...
Not really. Just a description will do.
Oh, well, something like this. He gestures to the watermelon. Generally, I can swallow it whole.
Oh, jeez. Huh. That is fascinating. As he watches you just down a full-on melon.
Oh, no, he said that he didn't want a demonstration, so he's not going to do that.
Oh, in his imagination, he imagines you downing a full-on melon.
almost cartoonishly.
Almost cartoonishly.
I just imagine him going like, "Please, can I see?"
Nah. Like, I mean, would you want to watch someone else eat food? It's a little weird.
If somebody said that they could eat a whole melon in one go, yes.
True, but clearly snakehead.
Snake anatomy.
Snake anatomy. So, he sits there and he goes, "Alright. And what was your profession again? Sorry, I missed it."
I'm in training to be a spiritual leader for my people.
Really? So you would be like the equivalent of one of our. You'd be like let me remember his name really. Of course, I didn't write a name for him. Chip. Boop. Ah, the name's blanking on me right now. But he seems to be a druid of an older type. He used to follow Nylea too, but he moved over to Floro and has since, well, been doing pretty well for himself.
Something along those lines. My people, we don't necessarily... We have freedom of religion, but we also more or less follow the... I guess you could call it a more esoteric form of respecting our home, the place we live.
Ah, we get along. You would have gotten along with the Cetaceans before. They believed in similar things, except, the hunt was always the main bit, and taking down big monsters. Some people would even get immortalized by the gods for having taken down big things. Like, have I told you about Elspeth Tyrael?
No, I don't think you have.
Ah, you see, there was a unique individual. She had a sword that she used to take down one big-ass Hydra. And then Heliod turned her into his champion.
Huh.
It was quite the story. And then, of course, the war between my people and the Acrosians happened. And, well, they won. Only because they had her on their side, he says with a bit of a puff. And once they won, we had a new god to be born. Xenagos, the god of rebels. Of course, he wasn't supposed to be a god, and Helio sent Elspeth after him, and he killed her, or she killed him using the weapon that she had on her. Almost immediately, though, right after that, according to the storyteller Ajani, the god Helio decided to take the weapon and stab her in return, for having someone around who could kill a god was, in his mind, a no-no.
Huh.
A shame
Orda
he
will
fucking died when the forger kicked his ass.
Orda will keep a mental note of somewhere on this plane there is a weapon capable of slaying a god.
Funny, that's exactly what Naya was looking for.
Yes.
Let's... Ooh, if I may I ask if you could show me a bit of your magic?
Oh, sure. And Orda will, I guess if he finds any, like, things with water in them, he'll start using shape water to sort of create little shapes, and by the end of it, freeze it inside the container.
His wonder is all over the place. He's like, and you didn't even... But how? That doesn't make sense. You did that without any incantation, or calling upon any of the gods.
Yes, my magic is innate. It comes from me.
He walks up to you now, like face to face. You see him pull out a glass, and he's like, "Or no, I don't see any nicks on your person. You're not a god trying to pretend to be mortal, are you?"
No, I'm not a god.
Are you sure? You can you can pull magic off without needing to intone others.
I can assure you it's not godly in nature. It more has to do with bloodlines.
Magic stored in the blood. Fascinating. You see, he reaches under his toga, he pulls out another scroll and starts scribbling on it real quick. And he looks up to you and he's like, tilt, looking at your eyes and then writing more of that down.
Just sort of blinks a little.
Alright. He gets done writing his notes and he's like, and you have been recorded. Thank you very much.
Recorded.
Is that a good thing?
We are a library after all.
Ah. All right then.
If I didn't record knowledge of something new when I see it, what kind of librarian would I be? A very bad one, that's for sure. As he walks by and goes out into the open.
Orda will start heading out as well, back into the library.
Shoot.
Step, 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 step.
Pretending to sleep after casting that spell.
Orda heading over here will sort of glance back towards where he hears the honk shoe and noticing Naya, Koa, Helix. He's gonna quietly make his way back over to where Dadbarian and Library are. He wants to ask something.
So while you travel, that bard heads over to the center. And he's like, "Ah, yes, as I have recently remembered." He looks over there, honks you. "Him I know. Both of you are new, however."
Hello. Sorry about that. It was so comfy over here.
I
Naya
tried
just
to...
opens. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go first.
I was going to say, Naya just kind of opens her eyes and sort of uncrosses her legs to sit on the couch normally, and she just smiles. Yes, I can imagine that we are.
Mm.
Well, I mean, you were clearly new, very new. He points to your dark skin, and that one over there is tiny and lizard-like. Something that doesn't
Yes.
exist in our world, normally.
Oh, I should have. No, you know what? No. I'm not gonna cast it.
But he takes a step. He takes a step up over to Koa first, pulling out yet another scroll from his toga, and he's like, "Please hold still," as he starts looking you over and making recordings.
I'm gonna don't like this. And where is this ability that I can do in spells as I look over? I'm trying to find that one spell that I used on the cart at one point to like go basically put a clone of myself in here. But if it needs to say anything, continue. I'm gonna look for it.
He's like, "Just recording your physical appearance. Nothing too out of the ordinary. After all, gotta keep new things written down."
You know what? Screw it. No, I'm not gonna modify it. I don't like this. I rather not.
I mean, I could always record from back here. I just needed to see what your eye colors were. As he steps back.
Mm.
And right once he's done, he puts the scroll back in his token, he pulls out another scroll, and then turns to Naya. "Your turn!" As he starts recording various data. Like he's looking over you.
She just kind of looks. Yeah, she just kind of smiles and lets him do it.
He's like, and as he's writing, he looks up. "So is your hair naturally gold?"
Well, no, it's usually white, but the way I came into this place, it seemed to transform.
Huh. Well, considering the other one seems to have a divine spark, maybe you do too. He keeps drawing or writing, and he goes, "What is your profession out of this group?"
Well, back where I come from, I was a priestess.
"Oh, my. Well, I'm glad you've made it here safe and sound. We need more priestesses and priests. After all, very few of us actually preach to Floro or Soteria. They say it's not needed, or at least Floro said it wasn't needed, as long as we provide him faith and, well, allow ourselves to be given freedom from our own mind."
Freedom from your own mind, you say?
Yes. Otherwise, I would not be, well, this articulate.
Mm.
As he finishes up, he gets done and puts the scrolls back in his toga, and he's like, "All right, now to put these this way." And just walks away.
I'm just gonna pay attention to where he goes, to where he puts. Fuck it, I'm gonna follow him. Where is he putting these scrolls? I'm gonna sneak.
You see him. He climbs up and roll me stealth.
Yes. Do I have the invisibility spell? I think I have greater invisibility. What level of greater invisibility, real quick, if anyone knows? Because I have a long ass list.
Third or fourth, I think.
Third or real quick. I'm sorry, Arden.
No worries, I got it open already.
You got
It
open?
is a 4th level illusion spell.
4th level illusion. I'm going to cast greater invisibility on myself. Just gonna just say hide, and just turn invisible as I follow along. So rolling stealth.
Yes.
Do I get advantage?
Although
Yeah.
actually you don't need to roll it because you're already invisible.
Oh, true.
The only reason you have yes, roll me stealth at advantage with a +2.
With a +2. All right. Where's my stealthy stealth? Ooh, that's a 0. Nat 20.
Yeah, no, you managed to stay quiet. In fact, apart from disappearing from everybody's point of view, no one knows that you were there. After all, Naya just saw you get up and disappear, and Helix was waking up.
Just
You see him-
following. Where are you putting it?
You see him go up, he goes up about a flight of stairs, then he walks over to a wall full of scrolls. Each one with a distinct symbol on it. And as he pulls out one scroll, he pulls out a knife and he starts carving a book on it to start, and then puts it in. And then he pulls out another one, he carves essentially a winged human. And then on the last one, he carves he carves the Naga on the last one. But you see that all the symbols are meant to relate to somebody in town.
Huh. I'm going to wait for them to go back down the flight of stairs, but I will keep an eye on like where it was placed.
Like, he puts his hands on his hips with a job well done. He nods with a smile, and then just heads back down.
Yeah.
Would either of you like some tea? You hear in the distance.
Do you know what? That would be lovely.
Very well. I believe Dad, Varian, and the small one by the name of Lieberry is they are making a pretty new tea in the other room. If you wish to, if you would, please make your way to the reading room so that we may imbibe. Where'd the small one go?
I didn't see where it went. Just went like, hi.
He's asking. He asked Helix.
He
has I've just woken up.
He has a habit of disappearing.
Well, as long as he doesn't ruin the library, we're all good.
I set the library on fire.
No.
Thanks so much.
Ah, Felix.
This tea.
Felix, it is lovely to have you waking up.
How long was I asleep?
Not too long. I don't think you missed much.
Define not too long.
I don't know,
40.
Auden, how long was he asleep?
He was asleep for roughly an hour.
Okay.
He's been there for the better part of the morning, just conked out because nothing here is interesting to the mercenary.
He needed his beauty sleep.
And I shall hold there for the folk Koa. What are you trying to do?
I'm going to see if there's anything arcane about this scroll wall, and if there isn't, I'm going to take the 3 scrolls and look at what he wrote.
Do you wish to do detect magic on the wall?
Yes. I will detect
Very well.
the magic. I'm gonna cast it.
Good.
Yeah. Just need it.
Yeah, no need. Come here. So, to confirm that the wall definitely is not magical, there are magical books all over the place in random corners, but most of them you've already tried to scan and you know the spells in them already.
Yeah.
Even though they're written very differently. Most of them intoning names of gods and so on. So you've learned pretty much a good portion of what the gods' names are on this world. And I'm not going to list them all here at the moment because we're going to continue.
You can send them to me later.
Yep. Or you could just look it up on the wiki.
Sure. All right.
And then you look through the data. Whose scroll are you grabbing first?
I'm immediately grabbing my own.
You open it up, and it's just data about your physical height, what your eye colors are, what your scale colors are, like what clothing you seem to prefer.
Prefer.
And yeah,
Okay.
it's all about your physical appearance, since he didn't get to ask you the questions since you already said you didn't want to get anything too invasive.
Okay. Anything out of the ordinary?
Mm-mm. He does make. There is a small note on the eye colors, like could be gems, maybe.
I'm going to
Follower of forger? Question mark.
I'm going to rewrite that if I can. Would I be able to forge his handwriting with the observant fee? No. Would I be able to forge it? Just to
You
like
would
change the
need-
notes and like I'm just changing it so like my eyes are relatively just normal, not gem-like to him in the notes.
You would need to draw or use. Wow, right. D&D 5th edition reduces the skill so much.
Yeah. Would it be deception?
You were trying to mimic someone else's handwriting. Deception would be the best, but use your intelligence modifier rather than charisma.
So which
Wouldn't
one
you
am I
need
doing?
Wouldn't you need a forger's kit?
I can, right.
Normally they would, but he can do it at a disadvantage.
Yes. What am I rolling again?
Deception, but instead of using charisma, use intelligence.
Okay, so my intelligence is a +5. I'm not proficient.
Yep.
And so this is gonna be a +5 to the roll at norm.
Yep.
Disadvantage?
Yes.
Damn. So
That's
9.
still a
No, yeah, that's
14.
14 being the lowest.
I mean, you didn't quite properly replicate it, but from your standpoint, when you make the writing, you're like, yeah, that's close enough. Who's gonna be looking through all this anyway?
Koa the wizard would know a spell. Comfy the player has too many spells in the list to remember which specific spell that changes things. I know there's a spell for it, but like I don't know.
There's one that makes it into a cipher.
Yeah, that's not what I'm going for though. It's
Yeah. There isn't one for copying
true.
someone's handwriting.
And then I'm just gonna look at Naya specifically because I'm worried about the god terms being used.
You're looking over Naya's scroll. It's mostly talking about the fascination over her hair color and the fact that she also has those gemstones in her armor
Gemstone?
that she's wearing.
Oh
Yeah, the gemstones.
Oh yeah.
That shine and opalescent sheen that he hasn't seen in any rock formation on Theros. At the bottom, his notes are like, "Definitely divine?" Question mark.
Definitely divine question mark.
Definitely not from Theros.
Yes.
Screw it.
Is what his note says on her.
Screw it. I'm taking both scrolls and putting it in my bag. I'm gonna cast the sequester spell on Naya specifically. Just to make sure it's not contacted by any divine means. Or like located. And I'll wait for library.
Do you have the components?
Oh, it's gold. This requires gold. Fuck. No, I don't. Never mind then.
That's a really expensive
It's
component.
so expensive. I didn't realize. Oh well. Never mind then. I'll just keep it in my bag. I try to think. I try to think. Womp womp.
So, but yeah,
I put it in my
it's
bag.
in there, and you're like, there it goes. Any other scrolls you wish to try and look for?
I saw the Naga one. I'm assuming that's for Orda. So I'll take a look at Orda's.
His is far more detailed. It talks about being a possible spiritual leader on Tai Naboo, how the sheen of his scales, the fact that there's frostbite that is between them, the ability to use magic without having intoned one of the deities also makes him right at the bottom. Probably not from us, but questions questions cannot be confirmed due to current war status. Very unique, probably divine.
Oh, that's the wrong character. I was about to go. Fuck, too many kobolds. Too many mentions of freaking divine energy. I guess I'll take it. I'll take that as well.
You find that this is a common occurrence on Theros. Between various legends that you've been pouring through this entire time, to people who cast spells in the names of the god, all that stuff.
Can I look for one? Not to take, but just to like for time. Can I look for anything in relation to Krufix?
You can.
Yeah, I'll do that while conversations are being had.
I'll put that under the investigation role because you already know where Krufix's main temple was.
Yes.
In Meletus.
I'll take notes from that. But we can swap over if you would like.
So gently scene transition. Ding. As Dadvarian is going around and pouring their new experimental tea he and Library came up with. And please enjoy, please enjoy. He hands a cup to pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Naya will take a sip.
He takes a seat on the gigantic beanbag chair that they have of the three, meant for quadrupedals like centaurs. As he sits and says, "So, what do you all plan to do now that you're in the city?"
I'm not sure. Pretty nice here.
It's a veritable paradise, that's for sure.
What do you want to do, Mom?
You are this thing's mother?
Yes.
It is a complicated story. Not biologically.
Adoptive.
Dadbart is there reaching into his throat and pulling out another It's already writing more data.
Library just looks immediately at them. But continue.
As far as that, I suggest that for the time being, we simply enjoy the hospitality. It has been a long road fraught with many dangers. It is nice to be able to relax for once.
It is never wrong to take a break. He nods.
True.
After all, in a world that is currently besieged, you take what you can when you have it.
I mean, I don't
Quite
know
so.
about you guys, but it's paradise.
I mean, compared to outside the magical barrier.
I could do without the oil, but the fights are fun.
I mean, true. Wait a minute. How is this barrier being kept up? Seems pretty powerful.
It by the divine Fluoro. He has been using the new artifact that he has brought within the past couple of weeks to essentially turn himself into our own personal divine within the barrier.
Oh?
Yeah, and more people we bring in, the bigger the barrier gets.
So theoretically, if you manage to get him outside the barrier, he would lose all divine manifestation?
He would be as mortal as dirt, yes.
Well, isn't that a glaring flaw in his plan?
Well, that's why he doesn't plan to leave the barrier.
Makes sense. It's nice in here.
Yes, but that begs the question. What if somebody set up a barrier within a barrier?
I mean, the barrier
like-
would still go?
Think about it. This is by rights his domain.
Both
What if you
Dadbart and
force it
Dadbarian are raising their eyebrows. They're like,
it's theoretical, because, I mean, you're against the Forger. What's stopping the Forger sticking a barrier inside a barrier? I mean, he's beating gods.
are you with the Forger?
No.
Clearly not, since you have entered the barrier yourself.
True.
Do you not recall? Did you already forget that one of the stipulations on entering the city means not being the Forger?
Oh, I am quite aware. I'm just throwing ideas.
Well, to be fair, I think the proper wording was not being Arden. But Arden's weird. Very weird name, especially on our plane.
Agreed.
Especially on Theros. But the Forger himself is by far the worst thing that has happened to us next to the Phyrexians. I'm pretty sure he brought them too. And Dad Bard kicks in, darling, that's speculation. I am aware it's speculation, but it's true. We didn't have any of these problems until he just started killing the gods.
Which I subsequently benefited from.
You did.
Well, I was losing my mind, and I was on a battlefield where he slew a god.
Batman. Oh, you were there when Mogus was taken down.
Yep.
Then you know what happened. You
I
stand,
would say it's a disadvantage, but yes.
step, left.
What are you doing?
We have questions to answer. Drags you out of the
I
room.
will not answer them.
Yes, you will.
I'm technically still invisible.
For the sake of science and history.
I'm technically still invisible.
How about no? Because I was mostly catatonic for most of it.
Fine, I'll respect your decision. Places you back.
I mean, unless you want to hear about a guy who was rabbiting on about eating apples for about, I think, 3 hours.
And that is what Koa walks into.
Wait,
That
I'm
is
still
the
invisible. Can I open the? Can I say I followed them as they opened the door? So it's just like I'm here in the room. Still
Greater
invisible.
invisibility doesn't, or
Greater invisibility only lasts for a minute.
It only lasts for a minute. That's lame.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I
I'm like,
mean-
what I miss? Let's try to
That's
find
what
the
you-
bathroom.
That's what you walked into, by the way.
Oh,
Him talking about going crazy for apples.
want to sit right here then? What about apples?
Okay, might as well sit down for this one.
Oh.
Take a pew.
Everybody is now seated.
You might want to reheat the tea if this gets a bit cold.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was there when Mogus fell. It was not a pretty sight. I mean, when you see a divine bleed where they shouldn't bleed, it's quite traumatizing. But I somehow managed to find myself by a tree, raving on about apples for 3 hours and how they could save my mind from absolutely collapsing.
I will flashback and just I will go insane if I don't eat an apple. At least 4.
And after I came out, I remember having the horsetail.
As if on cue, like it twitches as you mention it.
So yes, I was there. I seen a god die. I went mad.
That Bard is now scribbling a lot into his scroll. History is all of history always needs to be recorded.
Ever since I've wandered the world, you know, taking down monsters here and there when the peg is right.
But you're a Cronian. Then that explains why you were in the war. Like he's coming into all these different revelations is now like he's like the legend of. By the way, may I have your name?
Helix.
Helix. Heliod. You do realize your name is very close to Heliod.
Oh, I'm aware. I think that was by design by the parents. There's the other part. Seems to slip my mind, boss. Give me a second. Yes, Fellborn.
Oh boy. Right. Like he stops asking questions and is now writing up everything he's heard from.
I pretty much down a cup of tea.
Arda will use shape water to quietly freeze the liquid in his cup, let it defrost, and then just take little sips.
Koa in the library just listening in intently.
Although I do have one question for you two.
Hmm.
I know appearances change. He brings out an angle biter and puts it on the table. What about weapons?
Oh my. That is a very unique design. Why is the blade all in pieces?
Oh, it's a chain whip.
Is it? No,
Yep.
you see him start to, like, Dadbarian walks up to the blade that you just put on the table, and he starts, like, taking the chain links and then laying it straight, and he starts putting them together, like all the pieces without the chain links. And it's a full-on sword. And it's a sword that you've seen before, Helix. In fact, Naya has seen this sword before.
Oh,
It used to be in a very specific case.
you're gonna have to give me more than that.
In Arden's room.
Oh. Oh.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, yes, please. Don't. I wouldn't put that all together.
He's like, why not? Clink. And just the whole thing just shudders and then breaks into the chain links again.
Oh,
I think there's a failsafe on it.
thank whatever he did to it.
What?
Oh.
What is it?
Why? What is it?
Its effects are unpredictable in the extreme. I would advise strongly against tampering with it.
Does that explain why it does some things on the weird occasion?
Almost certainly.
It's like,
And you have
I-
to give it to me.
I can't believe that. I'm gonna try again. Force! He holds it together. And unfortunately, I'm just 1d10. Actually,
I've got a amused look on his face whilst he's putting it back together.
Wasn't one of the rules no violence? Discount. What?
so let's see. 615.
Oh no.
Okay,
No,
that was
Naya,
fun.
as he does this, like Naya just while it is, Naya just reaches. It's like that scene where she reaches out. No.
Ooh, I get what's happening.
We will do it once I find them all. Apologies for the small wait. 5562.
What?
I want to
is
know more
that?
about this sword now.
Oh! Oh no!
What is
Poor
it?
boy!
Poor boy.
What did he do?
Now for 5306. I'm holding you guys in suspense.
What did it do?
We're about to find out.
We're gonna find out in a minute.
Oh no.
Oh! Okay!
Have I just inadvertently murdered somebody?
No, he may have inadvertently made himself immortal.
Wait.
So the first effect, 615. Caster cannot go more than 10 feet from this location for the next 24 hours.
That's 10.
But you see him double over and grab the sword as it's now a proper sword. And while he is coughing up mounds of bloody razor-sharp shards of glass, he manages to cut his legs off in the process.
What?
But as he lays there, you notice, despite the huge amounts of blood loss this person has just suffered, he's laying back and he's going, okay, that is an experience.
Oh god.
His legs
Niall
separated from his body.
Niall will run over, and she will she'll just be like, hold still, and she will sort of try and move the two halves of him together.
Not halves. He cut off his legs, so thirds.
Okay, so yeah, move his legs back together, and she will cast Regenerate.
Failing that, I have a ring regeneration so he can grow his lungs back.
Dad Bard was sitting there completely traumatized, like, the fuck just happened to my husband?
And once that's finished, I'm also gonna cast a modify memory on both.
I don't blame you. Very bluntly, okay.
Depending
What
on how
in
this
the
goes.
9 hells is that?
Just
I've been using it as a walking stick.
I'm just gonna modify their memory just so they didn't see the gore happen, or that
Yeah.
that portion never happened. Just gonna do
Dead
it.
Bard.
They know what happened, but they don't kind of remember the horrific details.
Yeah, no, they
Dead
don't.
Bard.
They don't remember specifically the legs being cut off. That's what I'm
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah,
so he still remembers the disgorging of razor sharp glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, beggars can't be choosers. about it.
So he's like, come on, are you okay? Oh, why are you're fine. He's like that. Yup.
As Naya kind of sticks his legs back on with her magic,
This will be after Naya's casting.
she'll kind of take the sword and just be like, okay, I think I should probably hang on to this for now.
As you pick it up, it breaks back into the chainsword.
Yeah. I'll hang on to it.
The dead Barian's like, that was a rush. It hurt like hell at first, but now I feel great. Darling, come here. And he gives them a kiss, and then he's like, all right. I want you to calm down, but I think he grabs the sword and shoves it through his chest, and he's just standing there perfectly fine. And he's like, yup. Target can never be slain if he cuts off both his legs. He pulls the sword out, he's completely fine.
Didn't Naya reattach his legs?
Yes, but he stabbed himself.
He
Fatally.
still cut himself.
Fatally. But he's
Okay.
standing there perfectly fine.
This is why we don't mess with the sword.
Isn't this
Does
the forger's
have
sword,
a
though?
name?
Maybe you two should go and get cleaned up real quick.
Dad Bar just standing there. I agree! Grabs Dad Barian by the ear. We're gonna have a talk. Now! Drag. But I didn't do anything wrong. I actually get immortal now. Club.
Wouldn't it be that as he goes to drag Dad Bard, there's like this thunk because Dad Bard can't move more than 10 feet away from there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He's like, okay, drag. Doop. Clunk. What? Get married. See? Can't move. How long? 24 hours. Why?
Do you want us to give you guys space? We could leave the room.
Please meet us in the kitchen. Or go to the main atrium. I need to have a talk with my husband about
Of course.
why we don't touch magic items.
Jump to
Grabs
the
by the
window.
face.
I also
No,
just feel these are windows.
Gotta love that importer works.
I can't drag library. I don't have control.
Why do you not have control of library?
I think you placed him originally. That's why. Let me place him down. Come on. I'm tall.
No, you're not.
I'm
DM and reduce.
Ow! Boop, 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 boop.
I think I might delete
So-
myself from existence, so that I can't read.
Doot, 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 doot.
Oh,
We
no,
got
there
you.
I am.
I got you. I'll move you.
Yeah.
There you go. You all leave just as you hear. And what did I tell you about? The door closes. So you're all now there in a room with a fully realized sort of what the fuck.
Gaia, you seem to recognize that. Care to explain?
It's a sword that Arden had on the legacy. Its effects are as dangerous and unpredictable as they are powerful.
Elix, give me a history check while you're at it.
That's putting it mildly.
History check. I can't see what
Oh.
that is.
It's good.
Yes.
Oh my. Cool.
Helix, before you got Ankabiter, you had a different sword, yeah? Because Ankabiter was made for you by the forger, yeah?
Yeah, it was a similar style of weapon, but yes.
So why does that sword that you have with you now look like his?
Sword.
I broke my original sword in that battle with Mogus, and then because I was there and divine things happened to me, the forger handed me that one.
As you look over the sword, you remember, you see its scrapes and scars, the various battles it could have been in, and you know that's not Ankle-biter. That is his sword.
Where is my sword? That's not ankle biter anymore.
And while I'm at it, oh no, not what I meant to do. Ignore.
It attacks.
Yes!
Now I'm just gonna re-roll it just so y'all can see the name change.
Whoa, Jesus.
We'll work on adding the other stuff to that later, binary. Or
Okay.
helix. Anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah.
If there is
Well-
one weapon that could slay a god, it would be this one. But you would as well give yourself. You would as well write your own. You would as well write your own death sentence.
To
So
two of you who have this memory, a soft voice reoccurs. I want you to assassinate Fleurot.
Oh, I see his ploy.
Hmm?
Who
Why
has
would he
this
send me
Who else
after a
has this?
target without the ability to murder them?
Who else has this memory?
It would be Koa and Helix.
They don't know I know. What are you talking about, Arden?
They don't know, but I have to mention it because I'm the goddamn DM.
Okay.
It's almost dreamlike that I know.
Speaking of Naya, I need to tell you about something that I learned from Dad Bard. Once we figure out what this gestures to the sword. Also, what was that about killing someone, Helix?
When you all left the Forge's room, I stayed behind at his request. You all remember?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He tasked me to take out Flaro. Now
With
in here, he's a near
that.
god. So, what's the best way to give somebody the tool that they need to kill him and to disguise it as their previous weapon?
No. But it. What? No. Okay. I mean, makes sense.
Which
put a-
begs the question, why
put a middle
didn't the
finger up
barrier
it.
stop the weapon?
It changed the weapon. I guess it was one of the runes that he placed on it. I put a middle finger up to the sword. It's definitely one of the runes that it was placed on there. Probably to interact with the barrier. I mean, he is a
No.
god. He would know about this barrier. It's both middle fingers up now at the sword. I know he can't see it, but like, I still want to do it.
Okay, this is... I don't like being used. Like that.
Nobody does, Helix, and I can't believe I'm going to be the one to say this, but are we sure that killing him is our only option?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Both
Think
Ko
about
and
it.
Library said yes at the same time.
Think about it. We need to get rid of 3 keys. Right? We've already knocked out 1 with a bomb. We don't need to kill Fro, we can ask him to move his followers somewhere safe. Then knock out the key.
No. He's not gonna go that easily. Hell, he's not gonna even listen to us. He needs to die. End of story.
Do you have a vendetta against him?
Always! Yes! I do.
I
Why?
see.
That's not your information to have. That's my own.
It is if you're going to put the rest of us in danger.
Gift the
Library
gab.
would speak.
What was
Library
that?
would speak up. He does make a point, though.
No!
Yes, he does.
I gift the gab my entire my relative sentence.
Noticing that,
Hold up. I believe doesn't Gift of Gab doesn't give a save, does it?
No saves whatsoever. It just removes it immediate. And I say no as the verbal component.
Yep. Fuck. Right.
Negative would be a good one then.
Yeah, true.
What's Gift of Gab's level again?
It is 2nd level. Are we really counterspelling a gift of gab?
Okay. It's not coming up on my normal search. Why is it not?
I think because Gift of Gab comes from a book that's not on Roll20.
Probably not. It's Acquisitions Incorporated, that's why.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so second level spell. Yeah, it does get countered unless you guys want to go through a counter
I'm
war.
not doing that again. I was annoyed with the first one. I'm not doing that again. Not in this area.
So you say no, your magic's going on. And Orda, how would
leave.
you describe your counter happens?
As soon as the counter happens.
Well, it's subtle, but Order just sort of locks eyes on him, and says, "What are you planning, Koa?"
Screw you! You've been keeping countering my spells and everything. Am I annoyed? I have personal shit I don't need to tell you. And that's on my own business, none of yours.
We
Your
will
class
never
is broken.
defeat.
If it affects us, we need to know.
No! I just met you only a few weeks ago. You're not privy
Yes,
to
and
all
I
my
put my
personal
life
shit.
in your hands.
I never asked you to do that. You have your own shit.
Julie knows it.
You have your own shit. I have my own shit. We have
We
our
will
reasons.
we will never defeat.
And we're
Zero, we
still gonna
continue
kill
this-
him.
If we continue this bickering.
We have our own shit that won't harm the party. We are all still going to kill him.
It harms
That's
the
it.
party when you cause the minds of our two hosts to go insane.
Excuse me? Me?
That
I
was
caused
more
that.
my
I
doing,
caused
but
that.
Sure.
Listen to what I'm saying,
No!
Koa.
I
For
know-
some reason, Fleuro is
Why?
making them sane.
He's controlling everybody. It's basically a calm emotions 24/7 under this bubble. No one's
Would you
their
rather
own
have
person and
all of
rights.
you?
I know his magic, and I don't like it. I have my own protections. You saw how they reacted once we got rid of the spell. They weren't their own person. They're not their own person.
What's
Yeah,
This is
but once
not
we got rid of
them.
The spells, they weren't even functioning as a
Because
person.
that's what they were before. They were controlled.
I can see this not going very well, so don't mind. Do we even know if he's doing this for malicious intent?
He's always
You
doing
wanna
it for
what?
malicious intent. It's on his own vendetta.
Sounds awfully familiar.
Excuse me?
I was gonna say, if I had a mirror, it would have been interesting.
It sounds like that whatever personal thing you have with Fleuro is affecting your judgment.
That man needs to die. He doesn't deserve to live. Whatsoever. End of story.
And you'll condemn the lives of everyone here.
I will condemn that man for the greater good.
And then shut everybody else who's been under his protection.
Protection my ass.
Obligatory chant of the greater good.
What happened?
Obligatory chant of the
he-
greater
Naya wa-
good.
The greater good.
Naya was doing a bit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hot fuzz.
Before Dad Bard and Dad Barian came here, their entire race were fanatical monsters. When their god died, they became even worse.
How do you know the
Because I talked to
the
them.
fanatical monsters could have just been Floro controlling and feeding their minds, telling them, "Oh, your god was this before. Thank God I saved you. I'm your hero."
Helix, you can weigh
He
in on
was
this.
that bad.
Everyone
He was
has
the
their own
god of
religion.
war and blood.
Everyone has their own religion. Everyone has their right to do whatever they need to do for said religion. War, blood, whatever.
Which put the plane at risk.
That's
Well, sorry,
their
Let me
thing.
reword that, world at risk.
They let the gods handle it. But apparently, someone did already. They killed them and messed with the balance of this world.
And that is what we must restore.
Well, forgive me if I say that Fro's done a moderately good thing in saving our race, which did have some rich history.
It is no good to save the world if we lose ourselves along the way.
And we won't. We will just follow the mission and be done with it.
Follow the mission given us by somebody who has openly manipulated us and has
They're
proof of it
both
now in the next-
manipulators. Honestly. He literally
No.
manipulated us to bring him to that fucking heart in the center of this freaking town. No different than what Forge is doing. He just gave us a clear picture to do something.
Ugh.
Sure.
Okay. So, Library, being the more sensible of the two, currently standing there, it's like, I don't know. Didn't we already try to make a plan that didn't involve killing Florel?
Well, we're here already, and I haven't finished it yet.
We're in a library, though.
It will still
If you
take
look, man,
time.
We have time. We
I
have
don't
nothing
know.
but time.
We're in here. He sees everything.
Does
There's
he?
literally records on here, on everybody here, on a wall. How do you know that
But-
he doesn't look at those and can use it like magic to keep track
How
of
do you-
everyone?
But how do you know he does, Koa? He hasn't even shown up yet. If he really cared about our state at this point in time, he would have stopped us at entering the barrier.
He wants
Something
us
else
here.
is going on.
He wants us here.
I
Maybe.
think I need to have a chat with Fro.
Hmm.
But with the sword nearby, should things get messy.
I was ready to kill the person who stole the one thing keeping my home safe. But now I'm not sure if that's the right call, if he's using it for this. Giving people their minds, giving them a chance to live. I need to know why he's using the heart for this.
He wants to become a god. The more you heard what they said, the more people come in, the bigger the barrier.
Yes,
He just
and
wants
if
to
he
be
becomes
a
a god and we have him on our side, we'll have a better
I want
chance
nothing
of dealing
to
with the
do
forger.
with him.
Why?
Nothing. I don't have to
He
explain
has-
shit to you.
He has ever proved to be a villain.
Lai puts a hand on Koa's shoulder. Koa, we need to tell them.
Dispel.
Orta seeing that.
That's not a counter spell. We will talk later.
Oh shit, did I accidentally just delete Koa instead? No, I didn't.
No, you delete a library.
Okay. The library disappears. And the only thing you see, Koa, as he goes is like, you need to face this. As he fades away. Everybody else is oof.
I'm gonna go for a walk. I know I had some heavy stuff to deal with, but if you're not ready to face yours, I'm not taking out my target.
If you don't take him out, I will.
You're not taking the sword.
I leave. I don't need a sword. And I leave.
Alright.
Dad Bard was right. He recognized that there was something broken in him.
So with the back of I fucking told you!
He took out his own manifestation.
We
I
all have
don't
our
know.
demons.
I don't know much about simulacrum, but if it's meant to be a perfect copy, that wasn't it. That was something else entirely. That was a person. And he
It could
more or
be
less
made at a time
killed
where he's-
someone.
That or made at a time where he's not as broken.
I need to go talk to Dad Bard and Dad Barian. We need to figure out how to get in touch with Floro before Koa does something that we're all going to regret.
We also need to inform Desi that I have somehow managed to acquire this sword.
Indeed. For now, I will keep it if you do not mind.
Just make sure it doesn't find the hands of anybody who knows what to use it for.
Believe me, I won't.
Or as you
Open the door. Mm.
you walk into a sight of both of them giving each other hugs. Dad Bard has clearly been crying, but Dad Barry is like, it's okay, I'm here. I'm still alive. In fact, I'm gonna be more than alive. They notice, finally, after a moment of silence, they notice and look over. Dad Bard is like, wiping his eyes, like, sorry about that. We got a bit heated. And Dad Barry is like, yeah, I don't know what came over me.
It's fine. We need to get in touch with Floro as quickly as possible.
Okay. The easiest way would probably be tonight at the masquerade.
Right?
We can get you tickets. I believe I can. Baron, drink some tea. You'll be fine. What do you mean I'll be fine? It's not like you can move. I know. Fine. Sits. And Bard's like, come on. I guess we better get this over with. Was it the small one?
You are right about him. He apparently has some history. It's not my place to tell it, but we need to hurry.
Very well. I shall go make the arrangements for new guests to join the masquerade tonight. Please, just stick around here for a bit so I know where you are. And please don't touch that sword.
If you need to drop my name, do so.
Like, he pops out, he gives a nod to y'all, and he leaves the building, leaving Helix, Naya, and Dad Barian within the library.
And Orda.
And Orda. Sorry. Ooh.
Sorry, just give me a moment.
Is it if I BRB? I need to make lunch.
Oh.
You want to take
Well,
a 5 minute or a 15-minute?
It shouldn't take me that long to make a sandwich.
Well, I mean, everybody, it's been a bit, so it wouldn't be bad to take a break.
So we'll do
right.
like a 10-minute break so everyone could like stretch, use the bathroom and such.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah. All right, everyone. It was a little heated, but we'll be right back in 10 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
BRB.
Blah.
We are unmuted. Hello, we're back.
And I was told something on the way out, so before the meeting. So Koa, as you are where you are, you do see Dadbard leaving, like in a pretty huffed hurry.
Detect thoughts.
He is going to go see about getting an audience with. As if I recall, only the surface thoughts ever reach you.
Now it's too early. I walk to just an area in any direction. I walk. Let's see. There's a D4. 1, 2, 3, 4. North, south, east, west. I walk south of this building. Just walk and look around.
So you're in town,
Yeah, I'm just in town.
just like Desi.
Yeah, I'm in town.
What?
I'm also looking for Ren, the Black Dragon.
I'm trying to remember. Did Ren? Oh yeah, Ren's doing scouting. Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
look around for Ren.
we'll cover that.
Yeah.
We're continuing with the 3 inside the library because I really like this.
Go for it. You don't like me?
You 3 are left alone inside the library. Dead like in the reading room, just being a huffy boy because he can't literally leave. And something came up, Helix, and you're starting to connect the dots.
Which one's still in the library?
Helix, Orda, and Naya.
Well, not library anymore.
So it's the 3 of you left. What do you do?
He needs time. But he'll come around, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
but on that note, do you have a book on Godsend?
Do I have?
Just yelling it in the general.
Dadbarian, I don't know. Dadbard's the one that does. Like, the door opens from his voice from how hard he's yelling because he can't move past that stupid rug. And he's like, I don't know. Dadbard does all the sorting. Maybe you need to search for it. I think it's like on the 3rd floor or something.
Thank you. That's where I'll be.
I think the title is Thermopylae or whatever. Grumble, grumble,
If you don't
grumble.
mind, I'm going to do something a mercenary doesn't usually do. And look at some books.
Investigation check. And that can come from anyone who's trying to look for this book.
I'll have a go.
No, when we say books, we're actually meaning scrolls, because this is still technically an ancient Greek sort of civilization. Hello?
Oh, hi, DB.
Hey, I'm just here.
Hey.
I'm here, but I'm in attendance, but I'm not here, so.
So- Please tell me you saw what happened recently, otherwise we will catch you up after.
No. If it's regarding the argument that I was that I missed, I did not.
Okay, good.
Don't worry, I'll
Please catch you up in character.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm in town somewhere.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
Yes,
just.
I'm going to go look at some books.
Ordo's going to poke his head into the reading room. Do you need any food or something to drink besides tea? Dadbarian?
Dever is just like, you see him, he's just flopped on the chair that's supposed to be meant for literally people of your size. And he's like, some of the apples, I guess. I've got the tea.
I meant any besides tea. This seems more like a alcohol situation.
Oh! Break out the good stuff. I think we have a barrel somewhere in the back.
I will go and look for it, and Orda will go gather some food and good stuff.
While the other two are searching up above, like Naya, you're going through and you're like, legends? You check out the wall where you see scrolls with various symbols on it, but when you open them up, you see it's just like written accounts about people whoever Dad Bart talked to.
Yeah. I will leave that to Helix then. Naya will.
I'm sorry, I
She
have
will.
wasn't done describing.
Oh, sorry.
But it's okay. But as you scroll through it, you hear from up above you from Helix, "Found it!"
Took me
Oh.
5 minutes, but I found it. Now, look it over.
Orda in the kitchen gathering up some stuff that's not hot, that he can actually hold on to without feeling uncomfortable. And he gets a coil around what he believes is the good stuff. Just carefully huffs it up and just goes slithering back into the reading room.
Darn it! Nobody wrote down the name of what it's actually called in lore. The story of Elspeth beating the crap out of
I
Xenagos.
believe it was.
I thought it was Thermopylae.
Escape?
No, they actually had an in-lore name for the of the equivalent of the Odyssey. But apparently, no, it's not written out. Damn.
Wait,
Oh well.
No, wait, really quick. What was it? Describe what it is, and I might be able to find it because I think I have notes on it.
In lore, the story of Elspeth beating Xenagos before that actually has a name in lore. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, give me a moment. I'm gonna research. You keep going.
All right. So you find the story. You see Orda come out with a bunch of food, and one big barrel within his coils. Like he's doing the Naga equivalent of hobbling, because most of his body is holding up this big barrel full of booze. So you see he's dragging it along, going into the reading room.
It sort of took the story away and sort of tried to help out.
Thank you.
No problem. I just hope that what I'm thinking is wrong. Because if I'm right, let's not talk about if I'm right.
Naya, after hearing the book has been found, you see both of them dragging the food to the reading room. Do you follow?
Yeah, I'll go there. I will go. Is that this?
You'll have to tell me if it's the good stuff. I honestly couldn't really tell without putting my tongue in it, and by then I don't think you would want to drink it.
He just waves the barrel over as you bring it over, and he bonks it a little, and then sniff, sniff, sniff. Oh yeah, that's the good wine. We need dishes, plates, drinking cups. Once again, I'm very sorry, but it's in the kitchen in the back.
Orda will make his way. At least this time I don't have to have a whole part of my walking limb to carry the dishes and drinking glasses.
You get over there. There's some pretty wide plates, but only 2 goblets. It's like they didn't expect anyone else to actually imbibe food here. Yeah, that or the other ones are being busy being washed.
I'm not drinking. Alright, I got him.
And as you sit down and hand the goblets to folks, he's like, I will drink mine from a teacup. Enjoy. He taps the barrel and just tilts it as he pours some into a teacup. And then lifts the barrel. Alright! Who's next?
I'll gladly take some. Probably revealing my heritage here, but I don't care.
You are given a very nice Cetacean wine, surprisingly. And it's from the smell, it's pretty fresh.
Nice.
The story is called Battle in Nyx, and the art card is decided. Deicide.
Oh, deicide.
Unfortunate, unfortunately, not the name I'm looking for.
Okay, but that's where it all happens.
Yes, the set is called is called Journey into Nyx.
No, this was Battle in Nyx. Battle in Nyx.
Yeah, but the actual they gave it a proper like Greek Therosian style name. That's the only problem.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's fine.
I returned to research. No, I returned to the research. Yeah.
So you open the story and you're trying to Elspeth's sword, yeah?
Yeah, me looking for the sword and its whereabouts, yeah.
Orda, you were the only one that ever went into the armory aside from Koa, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
He-
I remember wondering that.
Wait, no, yeah. Helix was with us in the armory.
Yep. Then both of you can give me history to check your own memories.
Yeah. He rolled a 16.
Nice. Binary? I mean, Helix?
Yeah. Small letters and no glasses mixed for a fun time.
Oh shit. What's it all?
Oh my.
Really high rolls. So, yes, the description matches a very specific sword that the DM highlighted during that section while you were both in the
Armory.
armory. The one that was on the wall, seeping that black aura that you were familiar with, Orda, to have been denoted of Phyrexian influence.
Oh.
I'm just gonna go pale, drain the mug and go, I need another one.
If you've come to the same conclusion as I have, I understand. Wait, can you see magic?
No, but the description is enough. I need another one.
Orda looks at the description. Yeah, that matches it physically. Something's wrong with that thing magically, though.
It's designed by a god to murder gods with relative ease.
That's not the worst part, though. The worst part is it's seeping with that oily-looking magic.
I'm just gonna drain another one.
You
Or he just places the barrel right next to it. Or at least as close as you can.
Yeah.
Helix, we may need our faculties for when we go and try and defuse a situation before it explodes.
I'm aware, but when you hear the strongest sword in the world that was supposedly destroyed but was not, is now in the hands of the person you... never mind.
No, I get it. I understand the situation. It's not good, does not begin to describe. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really wish Desi's sister hadn't basically person snatched him.
Yeah, it's family. It's a thing.
Naya, I
Yes.
want you to give me a perception roll.
Perception. Okie dokie.
You physically feel like something metallic has touched you.
Hmm.
And then it happens again. And again.
She just kind of looks around like, what is going on?
The room starts to crackle a little. As the energies between this world and something else are starting to intermingle.
She'll stand up and she'll take out her blade, but she won't ignite it yet.
Naya, what the fuck?
I'm not sure. Something.
Does Orda notice the crackling?
You need to give me a detect magic check.
Alright. Yes, detect.
I think I'm too focused on something else to even pay attention to this.
Orda, your unique brand of being able to sense when things start going off, especially when it comes to mana itself, you just feel like you're standing sideways for some reason. Is what's going on. As if the world itself is bending and twisting. Naya feels this physically. You see it and have the sensation of gravity being twisted.
Orda will grab onto the table. Oh god. This does not feel good.
Dad Barian is looking at you a little confused. What's going on?
No. Something.
Something's coming, and it is affecting this room.
Should I be worried?
I do not know yet.
Anyway, this point right here. You just see a small blue light that's dancing like it's a lightning bolt slowly grow like a tree or a sapling from the center of the rug. Dadbarian, attempting to move as back far away as he can, is currently stuck in his current position, pretty much pressed against the air.
Oh my god, it's so nice outside today, isn't it? It's a wonderful day for a walk. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You have one reaction before this thing happens.
Oh my god.
Between the three.
um,
Dadbarian has already taken his to pretty much push himself at the edge of his capable moving area.
as let me just have a look. I've got something that could help. That might be able to help protect us.
Can I cast a spell that counts as that needs an action as my reaction?
Yes. This is
Alright.
this is essentially you have a single battle turn to perform.
Alright, Orda will drop detect magic, so that way he can regain his sense of gravity, and use Bigby's hand and put it between the growing tree and Dadbarian as a shield.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Thanks
and
for that.
this hand has an AC of 20 and 107 HP.
Bixby's hand, yeah?
Yes, Bigby's hand, or in this case, Orda's hand.
Oh, of course they don't give me a hand token.
So they don't. Why would they?
Bigby's hand will be played by the living burning handstone. Except imagine them as ice. Okay. There you go. Wait. It's very handy.
I can't move it.
You don't need to move it. Just tell me where you're putting it.
I'm putting it between the tree and Dadbarian.
I'm just gonna scoot over so it can be there.
Thank you. So yeah, he just suddenly sees Orda's hand, only larger and completely made out of ice, just sort of form up and basically do kind of open palm looking, keeping him between the two things.
It depends on if you'll let me, because the component is a reliquary worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, but it depends on, because Naya's got loads of holy shit on her.
Unfortunately, considering it has a gold price, unless you actually bought that reliquary, no.
That's fair. In that case, I will need to acquire one.
And as much as I would say you could use Theros as the reliquary, you kind of don't want to right now.
No, I was thinking, Naya, in that case, there's not an awful lot I can do to protect us, but she will, as the thing goes, you just hear Moonfire ignite with a
Yee. Alright. And Helix. Draws dagger.
I'm pretty much probably going to get up and draw a dagger, expecting almost anything.
Okay. It starts with a crackle. A pop, as it were. And the thing suddenly shoots up, grows, and then the light starts coalescing and forcing itself into a physical shape. Boop. Me? Needs to be that. There we go. That's what you're looking at.
What in the actual fuck?
A machine appears, multiple eyes, and various teeth. Now, if you may roll a nature check or arcana check on this.
Come here, mouse.
I'll give it a go.
That brief roboting Arden almost made it sound like the thing was talking to Naya.
It may be.
Nature and Arcana, they're the same. They're the same modifier for me. So here goes.
Yep.
No.
There we go.
Orda's never seen anything. Orda's never seen anything like this, so he is just focusing on keeping our non-combatant friends safe.
I'm going to reduce its size just a little bit so that it can fit in frame, but yeah. It's about that big in room. It sits there and floats and just boom, boom. Helix, you have no fucking clue what this thing is, even with that 22.
Yeah, I was gonna say so that checks out.
Nah, your kind of didn't even come close.
Yeah, not even close.
You were staring at this metallic thing. It's one of the orbs comes down, opens up, and then you hear Arden's voice. Hey, hello. I really hope I'm using this thing right.
Arden?
I believe that's Naya, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Small problem.
What in the seven hells is this thing?
Well, let's just say it's very unique and definitely not Phyrexian. I may have ended up somewhere not nice, but it's very weird. What was it? Let me check this panel here. There it is.
Before
Oh,
you go on,
fuck.
before you go on, tell us something the forger wouldn't know.
Unfortunately, I think the Forger knows everything I do. Melted memories when that stupid meteorite hit on Theros. I mean, on Herois.
Fuck.
But on the upside, at least he doesn't know what happened after. Well, is the ship okay? Please tell me it's okay.
As far as we know,
Okay. So here's a couple problems. I can't get into Nyx or Theros. So if just know if you've seen me, probably not me, but also probably me because Desi exists. It's weird. Trust me.
We've already met your not friendly half.
The
Pardon
Forger.
me?
Yeah.
When
Yes.
I saw you on when I was in Nyx, you were trying to break in. Was that you?
No.
You
But also
you
yes.
gave me the disc to give to Desi.
Disc. Oh fuck! He gave you that. Okay, that wasn't supposed to be given for another. Oh, pardon me. Now I have to math. You just hear shuffle, like the sound of something lighting up, and then him going carry the two. Okay. Yes, but no, but also yes. Why? Oh. All right. Quick answers. Yes, you met me, but you also didn't meet me because that was the me in Desi's head.
I see.
But at the same time, more math, more scribbling. Okay, and following that, and yes, the Forger is stuck on Theros. He can't get to Nyx, I think, without the ship. That barrier is also very mean. Why? Oh man. Look, he's like, did you guys at least get to meet the planeswalkers I sent?
The
Ah,
what?
I sent some planeswalkers to help you out. Well, I sent them to go take care of a Johnny. You know about the 3 keys already. Assuming the one in Desi's head told you about that.
I believe so.
Yeah. Wait.
The Heart of Tainabu. I think we've already destroyed one of them.
How? Wait, what did you destroy?
It was a chunk of Ardinium.
Is he on there? When did he get? Oh man.
Was that the thing you blew up?
You if Desi blew that up, then kinda. It's a piece of a world, like physical reality matter. Um, and if the Forger's using those, he's playing. Well, I don't know what game he's playing now. Here we are playing 4D chess, and he's busy playing Quattro. Damn it! Don't you hate it when you find someone who's just as smart as you, and they turn out to be? Really sucks.
Turn out to be what you cut out there. I think the connection is a little weird.
Oh, of course it is, because this courier has no idea how to translate between planes. You're just a bonk from the other side before things clear up a bit more. Oh, that worked.
Also,
Okay.
the one in Desi's head, I thought that was imaginary. Like he is not emotionally stable. I figured he made that because you were not here.
Yes and no. So long story short, that was a physical copy. That was essentially a physical copy of my actual memories that Jace took. Seriously, telepaths, they really should stop at just copying memories and not full-on interface shenanigans. Okay. Right. So, I don't know how long this thing is going to be there, but at first, if you've already taken care of one of the keys, that's great. Just keep doing that. I
Wait,
don't...
that we're not destroying the heart of Tainabu, are we?
If you can't help it, go for it. But if it... Wait until you look at the thing first. See if there's anything tacked onto it. If you can destroy that, great. If it turns out that that the forger did something to the heart itself, it may be unavoidable.
The heart is with Floro. We are in an entire township that's protected in a dead forest.
The real took the heart. Oh. I see. Someone double crossed the forger. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he's on our side, I would still
We-
have a look at the heart if you can.
We don't know if he's on our side, and one of our own is currently on a vendetta.
Koa?
Yeah.
Yes.
Figures. His mind literally got let's just use let's just use a wonderful metaphor. He was used like a puppet more than an actual puppeteer using a puppet. I am not good at analogies.
No, I have it. His mind is shattered.
Mm.
His
If you can
his simulacrum was trying to convince him to talk, but he... You know what? Let's just call it what it is. He straight up murdered a unique soul.
Simulacrums aren't souls, though.
Well, whatever it was was actually a different personality from him, and he killed it.
That's some tough stuff. God damn it, Desi. Okay. And he said, like, it's all audio on your end, but on his end, he's sitting there and he's going, like, holding his head and he's thinking. And he goes, finally speaking up. Okay. I'm going to trust you. All of you. Do what you think is best. If it turns out that we're going to have to take care of the heart, and you're going to take care of the heart, I'm sorry. But at the moment, I can't help. I'm stuck. Oh, what is this place called? Hey, you! Name! What is this place called? Toft, sir! Toft. Taft. Jeez, I don't even know where I am. At this point, I have been shot so far off, it's gonna take me a while to get back to you guys, even with my capabilities. Look, get the shield down. That's all that's necessary. I will handle the forger. Trust me, do not engage the forger. It's not going to be a good time for anyone. As for don't tell me. You already did.
We didn't engage with him. Desi made a deal to avoid him killing us all.
What? Okay, he's playing a bigger game than what we're all thinking. Look, get the barrier down. I will focus on him. That is literally the only reason why I take care of this in fixed time. The rest of you have your orders. Find the keys. Do what you can to take care of them. And if you can, tell Tana I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting this. Okay?
One moment.
Arden,
What
before
about
you
the
go,
sword?
I was just about to say, Arden, we found the sword,
Which
or at least
sword?
a version of it. The sword that you told us never to touch.
Oh, you have his version.
Yes.
What did he
How?
replace it with?
I don't
What's
know. That's what we're
that?
trying to figure out.
He replaced it with a sword that could already kill a god and infused it with Phyrexian stuff.
Okay, so big old information dump. All Ardens are leaking Phyrexian oil by this point. There is no way to get out of that, apart from, blowing up your own timeline. But that's beside the point. Look, once again, whatever the Forger has, I'll deal with it. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be as strong as what I have currently. Maybe. I haven't tested it yet, so this might be fun. Anyway, I'm going to keep trying to send people to help. A lot of the planes are currently fighting the Phyrexian invasion, and even this plane has got a tendril from the stupid-ass World Tree in it. Look, get the keys, deal with them. Once those are done, I can get back in. If I'm in there, we can hopefully cause a paradox and fix all. Okay? Okay. Break, because I have no more flip.
Okay, before anybody goes into anything else, is no one else surprised that Arden has not reacted to Desi blowing up another hole in reality?
No, not really.
I mean, in character, Orda is kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
shocked that he's used
No.
to that. He seems used to it.
He's used to this level of chaos, yeah. All right. I just wanted to ask that because it seemed a little weird that he was like, okay.
It's not surprising at this point. Plus, they threw a lot of information at her, and now he's.
Yeah, Arden has to do math again because now Desi made a deal, and and we have the disc early.
Yeah. There's a bunch of revelations for you all, and we're gonna take a small trip. There's my player.
Let's do the time warp again.
We go. We zoom out to the city.
So
I'm
I
gonna
would,
grab
and depending on how,
this one.
be heading south in the building.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing who I need. Okay. Flip. Oh no, he is. That's Deadbarian. Deadbarian stays. Desi and his sister are Lord knows where,
Somewhere.
and those three are there.
Oh,
Where?
Arden, I think DB is showing you where they would be.
There we go. And we need Ren.
Yeah, I headed south, so I should. Depending on how long that conversation was, somewhere nearby here.
Actually, we're going to put, well, you head south, so we're going to put you right here as Ren is running up to you.
You just Nicole is just fuming, looking at the ground, just walking.
Ren. Kella!
Ren,
Hey!
sorry, what's up? My name
Ah.
is.
This place is fantastic. You should see the food they have at the market stalls.
I'd rather not.
What's wrong?
We have to kill him, right?
I mean, he screwed with our lives.
Good.
But
We're gonna kill him then.
But
everybody
everybody here seems to be at peace and keeping him in their highest esteems. Are we sure we can't just fix the plane and move on? Completely forget about him?
Cole is just like breathing slightly heavy, just head looking up to this bubbled sky. I
The
I
sky looks...
personally, this is using my telepathic
Ye-
feat, just saying in his head, I want him dead. Always, since we left that plane. He screwed with our lives so much. He made me think things, and just I
to me,
don't want him existing at this point. I'm still working on that spell, but I don't know if we're gonna have like I don't know if I'm gonna find the right things, or I don't know.
why don't we ask for help?
I don't know.
Cole, this is going to be bigger than both of us. Even if we do kill him, we're still going to need the others.
Cole is just at a loss for words. Doesn't know what to say. For once, doesn't know what to say. I just want this over. I just want a
Well,
quiet life with you again, or at least some
Yeah.
adventuring just with you.
quiet life is adventurous.
It's as much
That's an
as with
oxymoron.
I know, but like just none of this. And I'm just like, Cole's just pointing to that fucking crystal, this barrier, this entirety. It feels absurd to him that this exists. You know, I'm gonna say this. It feels absurd that this entirety exists from the man who fucked over a plane for this.
He looks at what you're pointing. He looks around and he goes, any different than following a guy with with a ship that can even go to these worlds that blew up his own timeline?
I'm still questioning that as well. Like, all of this is just absurd.
From what I see here is at least better than out there. And he points to the bubble.
No.
I mean, if this is what they're doing to stave off that, wouldn't you do the same? Wouldn't you want to do the same if you had a home with people you cared about? With me?
Arden, can you do that roll that I sent you in the DM just to see if it worked? As this is the convincing point.
Ah, okay. Thanks for giving me his character sheet.
Yeet.
Okay,
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Let's see. This is the determining point. That's without the bonus.
Oh,
That's without the that's without the two. That's with the two.
yep.
Well, we tried, Arden. It was just you, yes, but not. They don't matter.
What do you mean they don't matter?
They don't. I don't know them. They're just random people that we only been in here for a week. I don't give a fuck about these people.
We've been with them more than a week, though.
Feels like only a week.
It must feel like it, but it's been at least 4. No, 2.5. We still need them.
No.
At the very least, We don't want to fight a god alone.
I'm killing
Even
that
if we
man,
have,
no matter what.
I'm with you, but let's not do it alone. Not with just the two of us. I'm gonna roll that again.
Is that normal this time?
It is normal.
Yeah.
I'm not counting the second number.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'll find a way. Always have. Have this lich in me. We formed together. There's something I could do.
How about if we're not going to ask them, let's at least see what they do.
They want to keep him alive. They want to make him an ally. That's what they want to do.
It leans in. If we're going to do this right, we're gonna have to act like proper assassins. If this is what you really want, we will do it that way. But you will have to take my lead on that. There is no way I'm letting you do this alone.
No.
But if we're not asking for help from the others,
I'm not going to
then-
ask help from the others. I'll do this on my own. And I'll gift the Gab that. And just say, sure, we'll have it your way.
very well. Come, he grabbed your hand. Let's go somewhere they won't see. I've already found some nice spots.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeet. And those two are now planning their own version of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Arden, why'd you roll so low?
Why did you expect me to roll high?
I thought with the advantage it would give him high. Oh, well, it happened.
Also, there's no advantage for him. He doesn't have persuasion trained.
I know, but like persuasion against Koa, just love. It's very persuasive. Even with this quote unquote advantage, it's still low.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right. Well, we'll see what happens with Koa now.
And from there, mostly because DM hasn't created anything to continue from this point because he was kind of waiting for a big part of the story to end, we are done at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sweaty. It is hot in my room.
Orda drops concentration. The hand just.
Oh my god. It's so fucking hot.
So, Comfy, you will kindly take us away from Twitch chat, please.
I'll put us in the BRB, but like I'm still streaming after this. That's the thing.
Yes. Y'all
Alright.
have fun with Comfy after, but DM needs to talk with his players in private.
Yes. Alright, so with that being said, on the YouTube side, we will be ending the stream here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you stay comfy, cozy in this owl cottage. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell icon to get notified on the next stream. And for those on the Twitch stream, we will be right back in, I would say, about 20 or so minutes or so. We'll play some Minecraft in a bit. But for now, everyone stand up, stretch, get some water, get some food. We'll be right back in, I say 20,
next
20
week.
20 minutes. Yeah.
And the rest of us and the players will see you next week on Flights of the Legacy.
Oh, are we doing next week, or are we giving you, like you said, every other week? Are we giving you that week off to do stuff?
We skipped last week, remember?
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna take this week to build new maps and stuff. Now
Okay.
that I know where the story's finally going.
Yes. And we will discuss things off.
Don't worry, I'll derail it again later.
Yeah.
No, you won't. I will bonk the hell out of you if you do.
Alright, bye YouTube. We'll be right back, Twitch. BRB. Woo-doo.
See you later.